Hello. So, I don't know what time it is. It's pretty late or early, depending on your perspective. But I was doing some drinking thinking, and I was thinking about consciousness and what consciousness is. And if you don't know what consciousness is, go crack a book. But how about this? Riddle me this. What if consciousness isn't provided by the brain? And I wrote this stuff down because I'm kind of taking it serious. But what if consciousness isn't provided by the brain? What if the brain is simply a receiver or filter of some sort, much like a radio that tunes in a signal that already exists? What if that's what consciousness is? Now, presuming that's true, and that's a huge presumption, that flips the current understanding of consciousness, on its head. So now, instead of the brain creating awareness, it may be that consciousness is a universal force, right? Something that exists independently of physical matter. Now, this idea or concept ties into theories like panphysicisms, which suggests that consciousness is a fundamental aspect of all matter, down to the smallest particles. Now, all matter. In that view, consciousness doesn't exist in, I'll say, humans or animals or all animals. It's embedded in everything. Again, the atoms of your body, they possess then a form of awareness. The particles that make up the very stars of our universe, they have some form of consciousness. This pen, which is made up of the same particles that you are. Now, I know this sounds hokey, bizarre, strange, weird. I'm a weirdo. But consider that quantum physics has already shown us that particles behave differently when they're observed, just like people. So it's as if reality depends on a form of interaction with consciousness. How about this? What if consciousness, now I'm going to kind of go out on a tangent. What if consciousness doesn't just perceive reality, but it creates reality? Right? Hear me out. There are some interpretations of quantum mechanics that suggest the universe isn't fully determined until it's observed. So what that kind of means is that the particle exists in a state of probability until consciousness collapses it into some sort of defined reality. I suppose on some level, like if a tree falls in the forest, if no one is there to hear it, does it make a sound? Kind of along those patterns of thought, right? So if this is true, then consciousness isn't just passive, it's an active force that actually shapes the world around us. You following me? Right? How about this? If reality is shaped by consciousness, which I'm sort of suggesting, we must then ask, what was the universe like before any conscious beings was there to observe it? Was it a sea of endless possibilities waiting to be brought into existence? Could it be that the universe was only really started, or the universe only began when consciousness arrived to observe it? I don't know. Quantum mechanics, again, already challenges our understanding of reality with its multiverses. Yes, that's Marvel's cinematic universe. It's actually a theory of quantum mechanics. Comic books are more clever than you think. Is it the superpositions and paradoxes like Schrodinger's cat, which is that experiment? There's a cat in a box. Is it alive or dead? And until someone opens up the box to observe it, you can't know. Yes, that's a real experiment. Look it up, crack a book, crack a video. Anyway, I'm babbling a little bit, but there's these strange phenomena suggest that reality doesn't really behave in a way that makes sense in our everyday experiences. But some physicists propose that reality is even stranger, that the universe only becomes real when we look at it, which gets into those thought processes of when you leave your house in the morning to go to work, is your house still there? Or is this just one great imagination, I suppose, on some level, but too much of this. Anyway, I was intrigued by it. I wrote some stuff down. I thought I'd share it with you. In this world, when you can be anything you want, you be kind, you be humble, you be forgiving. And no, I don't necessarily describe to any of this, but I find it an interesting conversation starter. Isn't it fascinating? Anyway, have a good morning. See you later.